guys, good morning. Community talk with the Bullhead Chamber. I mean, this is exciting. There's a lot going on. You guys just got your butt kicked at CrossFit.
Yep.
Let's just talk about that for 1 second because I love the video. I mean, so that's your cute little segment of what you girls get to go and do and experience. It's torturous for you guys. It was probably your plan.
Yeah, I called in sick that afternoon. I don't think that my body can obtain this much physical exertion. So I sent the two, and they did the Chamber Tri-Girls. Let's introduce for everyone that's listening, what is Chamber Tri-Girls? What was the idea behind this? How did it originate?
So Chelsie and I kind of talked a little bit. It really started because we went down to Drip Medic, and we got a drip kind of just separate on our own, but we thought, hey, why don't we do this for a series? Why don't we go to different businesses, spend a day with them, see what they have to offer, and just get to know our businesses a little bit more hands-on.
Right, more than just going in and shaking hands and saying, hey, how are you? Like really utilizing their service, learning what they do, doing it ourselves so that we can speak more to like a first-person point of view.
Exactly, yeah.
Love it.
I think the strongest thing with our social marketing experiences right now is really creating that connection, right?
Right.
We have a good following when it's just us, but just like your show, you see probably the highest interaction rate on your social media when you're involving the community you serve. So every time they go out, and you'll see with our ribbon cuttings and mixers, if it's a well-known business or someone that people really care for, that jumps through the roof. So for them to go make that connection with our members and kind of drive those analytics, it's better than print media, it's better than radio. I mean, it's better than anything. You can literally show your members what they're getting by just a simple video. And McKenna, I think, can speak to volumes of how incredible our social media has been doing lately. Just off these little feeds, these little videos.
Well, people love people, and when you go and connect with people and, you know, who you want to join into what you're doing, and you want to join in what they're doing, it does. It really does spotlight them. It gives them a moment, gives you a moment, you know, like, share. It's so important. It's the best thing that you can do for these small businesses.
I think that's the one thing we're working towards with our members is to be more relatable. Like we do sit in our office, but like we are people. We do utilize community services. We absolutely support our local businesses. So that's just one extra way that we can go out there and be really relevant. Like we are just like you.
We're just like you.
I think sometimes too, when you're a first-time shopper, or maybe it's just a younger generation, I don't know, but sometimes it's scary to open up the door to a new restaurant, or what's that environment. And specifically for me, I don't do gyms. Like, I get really uncomfortable in gyms, and I've never really worked out in that capacity. More like a you know, someone who goes out and swims, or, you know, rides my bike, or does something
more
active, that type. But they were able to break down that barrier for anyone watching that video, how welcoming that environment is. Like, truly how engaging that community is. There's young kids, they take care of the participants that go and work out there. But the most simple way of even doing Drip Medic, you can show how little pain there is to it, and the rejuvenation experience you have within, like, with these videos, you're creating that connection to our community, really showing them how to take advantage of our business network within Bullhead City, Fort Mojave, and Mojave Valley.
Yeah, 100%. We all need each other to continue to grow. So by doing that, you know,
I think
it's helping each other.
too, in the chamber world right now, we're trying to think outside of the box, right? Because you have the Laughlin Chamber, you have the Needles Chamber, the Lake Havasu Chamber, Kingman Chamber, our chamber, Surbat Mountain Chamber. I mean, there are chambers all around us.
So
all around us is a huge network, but how can we stay relevant and just slightly different? And with these two going out there and Tri-Girls.
I love it.
Yeah, Tri-Girls is just one, right? We have a couple different things you're doing. You put together the reels for Tire Pros recently. And
Yeah, that's cute.
Yeah, because I want to get more people involved in like actual trends, and to kind of have our businesses be a little bit more fun and outgoing, and maybe not your typical marketing route. So I think doing those kind of fun little trends, and I think kind of really bring something unique to each of our businesses.
So how do they get a hold of you to do that? If they're
Yes, so they can email me. My email is advertising@bullheadchamber.com. You can stop by the chamber anytime. You can call our number, check out our website, get a hold of us that way. You
Join
can
a mixer?
Yeah, go to a mixer. I mean, there's plenty of opportunities to contact me. I would be happy to come film anything for anybody. Bring ideas to me if you want me to bring ideas to you.
Yes, the goal is quality content.
Yes.
So whatever we film, you own as well. You can blast this on your social media, put it on your website. It's going to be a quality video for you.
And there's no restrictions right now. So if members are watching this, and maybe you're a non-member, right? Maybe you're not a member yet of the chamber, but trying to see what value comes with membership. Even the most simplistic things, like attending a mixer or ribbon cutting, or getting a social media post done, or doing an e-blast. Like, there's very few things for $18, and I'm talking just our 1 to 5 employee membership, but for $18.75 a month, or ROI on a chamber membership is incredible. I mean, it just simply is incredible for our small business community. And it doesn't really, truly doesn't matter if you join the Laughlin Chamber or the Needles Chamber or the Havasu Chamber, any one of us. I would encourage anyone that's watching this, if you're in any one of these communities, go and explore what the chamber in your area can offer your business, because ultimately it's untapped. If someone came to McKenna and said, I'd like to do a 3-part series video where we explain the dynamics of my business over a couple months, McKenna's going to do that. Like, that is what her job is.
Well, what do we always say? We are in the business of
business solutions.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we really are encouraging new members or potential members or current members to just explore our staff, take advantage of everything they can, and kind of grow it that way. But without doing a member sales pitch, we have 2 big events coming up. One that's a massive community event, but one specific for our members. So you want to talk about the one that's specific to our members coming up next week?
Yeah, so on Tuesday the 20th, we are hosting a Dine-In Development, and it's going to be all about knowing your brand, instructed by Ruth Helms. She's amazing.
Is amazing.
Yes, she can speak to almost anything, I think, very eloquently as well. You will definitely come out of this 3-hour course with some knowledge on how to utilize it in your
And you
business
walk
better.
out feeling empowered. I've listened
Right.
to her 4 different times on 4 different subjects, and each time I am like mind blown
Yeah.
at how I feel like Superwoman.
Like
when I
Superwoman,
walk out.
exactly.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you're a chamber member and you're interested in learning more about knowing your brand and knowing your business better, on Tuesday the 20th at 5 p.m., just send us an email, membership@bullheadchamber.com, or give us a call and we'll get you put on the RSVP list.
Yeah, there's growing up with Ruth Helms. That Ruth Helms is my mother. She was very
We found out why
Yeah.
he's so smart.
Right.
She's very motherly, but one side of my mom I have not been able to see until I grew up a little bit was how educated she truly is. And I don't mean this in any way other than you will miss out if you don't attend this course. For $25 you get dinner and true professional development. I mean, she is so good at what she does, and she's so well versed in her speaking skills and what she brings to the table. I mean, I went to one of her classes for employee handbook and walked out with an 80-page employee handbook specifically written for our Chamber of Commerce. Like, in a 3-hour course, I was able to walk away with material that I had never had before.
Right.
Also, the way that she gets you to engage in what she is doing, she is very educated, and you can see it oozes out of her. But the way that she helps educate you and teach you is really by taking what your knowledge is and just expanding that. So it's so unintimidating. Like,
Right.
it is like you go in thinking, oh, what's going to happen? And the way she spins it and brings everybody in, you're like, you
can
get
do
to
this.
learn off each
Yeah.
other as well as her. And it's pretty mind-blowing.
This topic as well, and I'm sure maybe everyone can kind of relate to this if you're watching, but it is so hard to tell your own story, right? If someone comes up to you and says, hey, you own a small business, what do you do? In that split second, maybe in 30 seconds, you ought to be able to do an elevator speech about why you have your business, why you started your business, what you're passionate about, what you're driven to do. And oftentimes we get asked about the chamber. What does the chamber provide? And we stutter. And we shouldn't stutter, right? Because but the reality is there's so much that maybe every small business and community does. It's just hard to put that into a 30-second elevator
Right.
speech.
Yeah.
And what we'll be able to walk away from this course from is being able to speak on the matter of our own professionalism. And I think
Right.
time and time again, every business that I see, it is so hard for every one of us to tell our own acclimates. Like, what are we best at? What do we bring to our community? And she's going to help us develop our brand. What is our brand? And everyone that goes, that's the objective, is everyone that goes will learn that pitch.
I would also like to say, and one of my biggest pieces of the chamber that I love is the networking that happens at every event that you
Yeah.
go to.
Yeah.
So whether you are signing up for a class with them, whether you are going to the Women's Business Alliance, whether you're going to a mixer or ribbon cutting, you don't get this kind of networking really with anybody else.
Yeah.
And so for me, it's one of my favorite parts. I've grown. It's where you kind of come, into touch with maybe people who are in the same business of you. And I have gained friends who are in, my competition, learning how to, grow with them together. And that's really through the chamber networking.
Yeah, and wouldn't you guys agree that, like, everyone says it's kind of cliquey, but the reality is it's not cliquey. At any environment that you first start going to, it feels a little awkward, right?
Right.
I remember my first mixer, and it was at Davis Place, right up the way, maybe a little over 3 years ago now. And being the CEO, I felt incredibly awkward. Like, even at my own event, I felt incredibly awkward. And it's when you do the repetition, when you engage in our education series, our networking series, everything that the chamber has to offer, that relationship that you build with your colleagues and everyone in those classes, and what you kind of grow, it's the ability to pick up a phone and say, hey, I'm struggling with X, can you help me with Y?
100%.
And there's more value to that than you can even put on a piece of paper, right? Like developing that conversation. But it's not a clique. It's just a group of people that have now spent years getting to know each other, and they're helping each other build their businesses.
Yeah.
Come and join the clique. You know, be a part of
And
it.
speaking to that, our mixers and ribbon cuttings are open to the public.
100%.
So anybody who's wanting to just kind of dabble and see what it's like, come on down. Give us a call and say, hey, I'd like to come. Can you introduce me to a few people?
You could be my
We would
partner.
love
I go to most of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very much so. We want to show value before we ask for $1, right? So really all of our events in almost every capacity are open to the public so that you can come and experience what this business community is doing, how we're kind of leading conversation on a legislative level as well as local policy, and really what we're shaping for our business community. Be a part of the conversation. That's the biggest thing. I mean, right now we're running a survey for the chamber to either support or not support the Mojave Energy Park, and we're surveying our entire membership body, and every one of those conversations we have truly matters. We want to know what our members deem necessary in this community, and this is just one topic, but we stay engaged in all these different topics and try to build a better community with our business members in mind. So
Oktoberfest!
there we go.
It's coming!
Yep. And big changes this year.
Yes, huge changes this year. This is like our, eighth year?
8th year or 9th year,
of doing Oktoberfest, and every single year it's been hosted in Community Park right next to the Chamber building, and we've been dealing with the elements every single year, some wind, maybe some rain, but this year we will be in the Anderson Anderson Auto Group Fieldhouse. They're so graciously hosting us this year, and it's going to be bigger than ever. So let's talk about Kids Zone.
Yeah, so the real partnership that kind of came here, and it's very important that we talk about this, the Mojave Valley Elementary School District and Crushed, the high school district, came together and joined partnership with the Bullhead Area Chamber to provide what will be the largest kids zone. And really what we're aiming to do is create not Oktoberfest just about drinking or Oktoberfest just about food, but Oktoberfest about our families. Like the whole event, the way we're laying it out, the partnerships that we're putting in place and what we're building is truly for a family event. And with that climate controlled aspect of having it in the field house is step number one. Like being able to be approachable for anyone, massive amounts of parking, no limitations, easy access in and out of the event. Our vendors don't have to run generators. Our vendors are climate controlled as well, which means they can set up more product and be a little more stable. And I think we're going to blow the Kids Zone out of the water this year with more out of the water, away from the water.
Right.
We're going to blow it up as big as we can with different bounce houses and obstacle courses and bull riding and everything we can think of. And it's still building, right? We're just in those construction stages right now. But what Oktoberfest will be with this partnership is amazing. And we got some new entertainment. Do you want to talk about the entertainment?
Yeah, so this year we will have Tyler Halsey for a little bit. I believe he's our morning.
Yeah, Tyler Halsey will be opening up the event for us.
Yes. We'll have DJ Loki, just
Love
like previous
her.
years. She keeps the party going during our competitions, beer chugging, if anybody's into that. That will be there.
And
then
someone who gives back to the community, right?
all the
Yes,
time.
yes.
You see her everywhere.
Everywhere. I try to be where she is.
Right, that's the party.
Yeah,
But
yeah, she does drive that conversation very well too while it's happening. So,
but we're ending the evening with Gig Butt.
Gig Butt.
Gig
yeah.
Butt. They're huge. I think they have a huge following in this area.
Yeah.
They have so many different types of music that they play, so we're really excited to see what they bring to Oktoberfest this year. I'm sure it'll liven the crowd up a little bit.
And it's loud, it's loud and engaging and fun, and that's what we're looking for.
Yes.
What we're trying to do with Oktoberfest is just continue to grow. So we're going to have, we're capped, we are limited because of space. I know you're thinking the field house, it's massive, but there is space restrictions in there too. We're going to have 10 different food vendors, 40 different non-food vendors.
Yes.
The center of the entire field will be our kids zone. You can expect on the far end zone to be all of our food and beer zone and everything over there. Our vendors along the sidelines and the kids. And there might be some layout changes, but really a conducive layout to kind of work your way around, but always be able to have your eyes on your kids. That's the whole point of putting the kids zone in the center. It'll be.
So do the kids get checked into the kids zone?
You will hypothetically, they're checking in, but we do want parents to keep accountability, right? But you'll get a Kids Zone wristband. They'll be $10 at the event, $5 if you go to either one of the schools. So if you go to either one of them for $5 instead, it's kind of growing the event in that capacity, and we want to make that partnership rich and reliable. But we don't have staff to kind of say, hey, your kid is safe, but without saying that, you can enjoy yourself at the event. The Kids Zone will be completely fenced in. It'll be the only part of our event on turf. Everything else will be the hard flooring. Just a really awesome experience for our kids, our families, and something different in the area that's kind of really conducive.
Yeah.
We do have student volunteers that will be there as well. So I think from the different school districts, we'll have different clubs there trying to make sure that your kids are going down the slides correctly and stuff. So they will be safe while in there, but
Yes.
definitely keep accountability of your children.
Yeah.
You are responsible
Yes.
parents. We know this.
Yeah. We learned quickly with Egg Palooza that there's a bunch of different parenting styles, and we are going to put together the best event we can to mitigate all of that. You know?
I love that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
We do have sponsors for Oktoberfest too, if you wanted to speak to sponsorships.
Yeah, I think you might be best knowing all that information, but we are looking for a Kids Zone sponsor still. So this is a Kids Zone sponsorship that's in partnership with the school districts.
Yes.
So it will be either their Kids Zone sponsored by your business or your Kids Zone sponsored by them. However, the sponsor is looking to phrase that. We'll phrase it appropriately, but that sponsorship is still available. And again, full access. I mean, you guys could park vehicles all around the Kids Zone, load it up, make it amazing, but it'll be the biggest Kids Zone we have this year. And if anyone's listening, you're interested in being part of the event, that's our last big sponsorship available. And then we have tiered sponsorship from there.
Yeah, so our big sponsors though, Beer Garden is going to be sponsored by Black Mountain Valley Realty, which they have been the last 2 to 3 years.
Yep.
Nice.
We have
Yep.
the German Fun Zone by Bill at Health. And then we have our entertainment, also sponsored by Anderson Auto Group.
Mhm.
Nice.
So
Yeah, title
Let's
sponsor
go.
again. It's been a fantastic partnership, and every company she just listed, like she said, was a 2 to 3 year or longer
Right.
partnership with the Chamber of Commerce. But Dot Foods again is going to be the title sponsor for Oktoberfest, which is amazing. They bring their giant truck down. They have their staff involved. It's really engaging.
Yeah.
But these community events, no matter if it's Oktoberfest, Taste the Bullhead, Corn Fest, every single one you go to, it would not happen without your local business community. And I mean
Yes.
that wholeheartedly. I don't think our community really realizes how much money goes into events. Sure, these organizations make the back end, but that's the whole point. Is it's a fundraiser for these organizations to stay alive. But all of these events are funded by small businesses and donations of large sizes that keep that entertainment rich and to keep the games and fun happening. So no matter what event you're at this summer, no matter what you're doing with the city, no matter where you go, pay attention to who your sponsors are, because those dollars are what make these events great. So it's so awesome.
It's really where the shop local, support local comes from. You know, if you're not involved in the community, you may miss those key things, but religiously, we are all out there supporting each other and working hard to make this a safe place, to have events that are safe. And most of the money goes back into the schools, the kids,
Yep.
you know, with scholarships and all kinds of different things. So it really, these events are important for the community to support too, so we can all keep them going and, you know, keep moving forward
Yeah.
in that way.
Yeah, and growth is a big thing in the area. You'll see a lot of new events pop up. One thing that we do want to say, I think is important to say, is we have a community calendar at the Chamber of Commerce, and it's open to, we don't really care if you're from Vegas or from anywhere. If you are in the tri-state area, in the largest tri-state area, and you want to put your event on our calendar and advertise to our local community, or even within our local community, not only does that get your event in front of thousands of views each month, McKenna reports on these statistics all the time. Our event page, our calendar is one of the highest viewed pages on our website. But other event planners then can look at our website and say, nope, I don't want to do that weekend in October because there's already 4 events planned. We work so
Yes.
hard in our community, right? We work so hard in our
Yes.
community to plan these events. When we stack them on top of each other, at the end of the day, there's still roughly only 75,000 residents in the tri-state area. When we're tapping into these people and we're spreading them apart, each one of our events are hurt when we schedule them on top of each other. And those dollars to go into these events, these sponsorship dollars, they're degraded because we're losing
Yes.
participation to all of them if we just came together.
Agreed.
We want to see more conglomerations, right? We have an amazing Oktoberfest. What can we bring into Oktoberfest from other organizations to make it the biggest event? How can we make our sponsorship dollars the maximum value for our businesses? And I feel oftentimes people have this idea and they start their own plan, and that's just another revenue stream that our businesses have to cover rather than
Right.
working together. So please, if you are listening to this, utilize our calendar. It's completely free. You go to bulletareachamber.com, go to our calendar. On the right-hand side, you can hit new event, plug your event information in. It just allows all of us to plan a little more adequately throughout the year too.
Yeah, well, and let's be honest. I mean, we're going to hit our busy time
Oh
really
my
starting
gosh.
September. You know, during summer, it's very hard and things really slow down. So then when we get into the cool time, which is the best part about living in the tri-state area, is we have the best winters. But it really means that we have a short amount of time to get all of the events in. So
Yeah.
if we are working together, everybody, you know, the bigger the better happens when we work together.
Yeah, you'll
Absolutely.
see too. We've already launched all of our dates for the year for all of our events. We kind of put that out there so people are aware. But the more the Chamber can help other organizations, nonprofits, businesses, any capacity, really, if we can help advertise your events as well, it just makes our whole area better. So when tourism comes in, we can show them exactly what's going on in the tri-state area. I had this analogy put in front of me. If we have the dollar, if there's a dollar in the room and we're all in the room and we're just passing the dollar for goods, no one got rich. It's just $1. But every time we can bring tourism in and people from outside the area, those dollars keep getting added, right? It's a whole different stream. And what we aim to do at the Chamber of Commerce, both with tourism efforts as well as building our businesses, is connecting the two. Really trying to educate our winter visitors and our day visitors and our Laughlin visitors about things that are happening in this community every day. The best way we can speak about it is if we know about it.
Right.
So the more communication you have with chamber staff, chamber member or not, it would be beneficial to know what's going on in the community so we can have a robust business community that follows that.
Absolutely. What do you think, guys? I mean, look at the river today. Should we go jump in?
We do have the best views from the chamber office.
Yes.
Yeah, we definitely can't take it for granted what we're around. One of the best assets to our community. And just recently on Tuesday we had that river cleanup, and
It was amazing.
It was amazing.
Yes.
The amount of people, your company's supporting it as well, but the amount of people that came out and took ownership of our beautiful river and just really spent time. I mean, I came out at 7 o'clock in the morning, was diving the park, and the amount of people that were on the shorelines, but that's what it's all about.
Yeah,
that's what the tri-state area is all about. Is your neighbors here. You know people you never thought you would know, and when they come together and build desert bars or stops along the river, or they create groups and social clubs for us to enjoy, we can't take that for granted. And I think the more robust we can make that just through the chamber is what we're aiming for.
Yeah, I think that was a perfect example of the difference between what this tri-state community is about. I always say, I don't know what Kristy from Findlay would be out in Phoenix, but I do know here we show up for each other, and that's what you find when you're involved. When you get on the chamber websites, when you look at the calendars, if you are bored and you're looking for something, a way to give back, a way to take your family out and entertain them, this is where you start. This is where you can find out all the information. And again, giving back to these things that everybody's putting on, all these events, gives back into the community, into the schools. That's why we all work so hard.
Yep. It's truly appreciative. Do we still have time for one more topic?
Yeah.
Okay, well, everyone listening, we got some big news. We are building out a brand new website, 2 brand new websites. One landing page is live, and the other one, our main website, is being built. But we went from Chamber Master to, and we're in the transition period right now, but to Chamber Nation.
Correct.
And what this allows for our members, and Chelsie, I'll turn it over to you in a second because she knows it so much better than I, but we have connected our website with our CRM system. So all of our members now, once paid membership is paid, you will have your own landing page and full web access to the chamber site. You can use it as your legitimate website, so you don't have to pay web servers, or you can sell your product on it.
Wow.
You can, for every single member, it costs us $11 a month per member, but the benefit that it gives back to our small business community is tenfold what can be done on this. And the second side of that is Discover Colorado River Valley, where we're going to separate tourism from Chamber of Commerce. The landing page is already there, the stickers are already made, the advertising is out there, the social media is going, but the web information is about to be built out. But from the Hoover Dam all the way down to the Topak Gorge, we're going to be building a tourism initiative to kind of describe what everything there is available in every bit of our area. So we're going to continue to grow in more robust on a digital platform. I truly believe that's the way marketing is going.
That's where it's going. That's where it's at.
But the benefits, Chelsie, do you want to touch on some of the benefits that come with Chamber Nation and kind of what that looks like for our small business community?
So the biggest thing you pointed out was that landing page. I mean, for small businesses, I get so many people that come in and say, I don't know how to work Facebook, or I don't know how to do a website. And while I am not a website builder, I can help you with the basics. And that's exactly what Chamber Nation is going to do. You'll get your own landing page, which you could use as your website. I mean, if you're a retail store, you can take orders through there. You can post your services. Yep. You can post updated monthly pictures of what you're out in the community doing. We talk a lot to community, and I think even big franchise stores like, maybe Cal Ranch or Dot Foods, they don't really necessarily need a landing page, but how cool would it be to go to a page that represents your business in this community?
Yeah.
So you see local drivers that live here, out at Oktoberfest or out at Palooza. You are actually taking your big, regular Dot Foods website and bringing it local. So that's the biggest thing for us. We really want to make sure that people are able to utilize this space for community, so that when you are looking at our directory, you're looking at relevant information. You open it up and you feel like, oh, I know those people. I've seen those people. I like to do business with people I know, like, and trust. So
that whole thing. So right now, if you go to, except for Kingman, if you go to any of the local chambers, and I guess what's up in the Henderson?
Boulder.
Boulder City's Chamber of Commerce and Kingman are kind of our examples for this. But if you go to any of the other chambers, including ours right now, and you click on your business name, just yours, it will pull up your address, phone number, and just a little tidbit of what you have to offer. No photos, nothing. And that's how all the directories work in the area. But this one, you have your own web server, like someone you can call at Chamber Nation to help you design your website, what it looks like. Your credit card processing system can be built into the website so that when people buy off of our site, it goes to yours. Like our money is your money is your money.
They can rate you.
No fees. Yeah,
Yes.
It can be a full Google service. So the redundancy and the effort that goes into Chamber Nation for our members, it's more about you than it is about us. And the more people tap into this, it's called a connected community. There's apps that go with it, different languages that are associated with the site. It is truly not HTML, truly plug and play. You can just drag an image and build your website on your own. So what's about to roll out for the chamber, the Bullet Area Chamber, is going to be a huge thing for us.
I mean, I think we could speak to it all day, but at
Yeah.
the same, like, in the chamber world, this is cutting edge. Like,
Yeah.
it's big. So we
Yeah.
are very excited about these changes.
Yeah. So that's kind of what's going on in the chamber world right now.
That's a lot. I didn't even know. I feel like we got breaking news.
Yeah.
We love that.
Some of the other projects, I just had a meeting last night. We have our new city map coming out in a couple months. There are 2 spots left. If you are thinking, okay, I need to get on the city map, there are 2 spots left. If you don't take them, we're printing the map regardless, but you have to call today, 928-754-4121. And then we have our membership directory that's about to be finalized, so there's still ad spots available in that if you want to be in the new 2024-25 directory.
Correct, yes.
Or 25-26.
No, it's
24-25.
25. Yep.
Okay.
Oh, don't take us faster.
Yeah. So spots are available in that. We're just continuing to push things forward. So on behalf of the Bullet Area Chamber, thank you so much for interviewing us.
You're so welcome.
Thank
you.
Listen, if you're not part of the chamber or if you have questions, you have concerns, give them a call. They're fun. They are personable. Call me. We can set up a time for you guys to talk. It really is. If you're not, you're missing out. This is it. This is the fun.
I appreciate it.
Yes.
Do lunch.
Yeah, let's do lunch.
Yeah, we love lunch. Have a good day.
Bye,
Thanks for
everyone.
showing up.